guys, Jake Roll coming back at you with another video, and today we are grading every team at the 2021 NFL Draft. Don't forget to click that subscribe button to subscribe for more great content. Please don't hate on this. Now let's just get into it. The Cardinals now, at number, 6, whatever. I'm going to give them a B here. Zaven Collins and Rondale Moore were two decent finds, value picks that, probably should have gone corner. Marco Wilson is okay, but Tay Gowan was the Cardinals' best pick. He was a great find in the 6th. He fell due to only playing one season at UCF, not a Power 5 conference school, only 1 year. But Tay Gowan's a really good player, and I'm going to give the Cardinals a B. At the Falcons, Kyle Pitts at number 4 overall was decent. Richie Grant, though, was a really good find at 40. Same deal with Jalen Mayfield, pretty good value pick at 68. So, overall, I say I'm probably going to give the Falcons about an A-. The Ravens now. Rashad Bateman, Jason/Odafe, goes by Odafe now. We're two decent picks in round 1. They filled a really big position need in Rashad Bateman. Personally, I think their best pick is Tylan Wallace, receiver out of Oklahoma State. I really like that pick. So I'd say probably gonna give the Ravens about, B+. Odafe was decent pick in round 1. I didn't love it, didn't really hate it. I really didn't like the Brandon Stevens pick in round 3, but I'm gonna give the Ravens B+. The Bills at 30 went Gregory Rousseau, developmental pass rusher out of Miami. You really need to develop him, though, so there's, something there. And Carlos Basham Jr. is a pretty good player. But, 2 edges is pretty good to bolster your defensive line to help stay with, the Chiefs and stuff. But, overall, the Bills draft class is really just okay. I'm going to give them probably a B. B-. I'm going to give them B-. Panthers at, now, J.C. Horn round 1 was a surprising pick, but I don't think it was a bad pick. You addressed the corner, which, wasn't a position need per se, but J.C. Horn's a really good player. Terrace Marshall Jr. was a great find at 59. Brady Christensen could potentially be a starter on your O-line. I love all their picks. Tommy Tremble could be a starting tight end. Chuba Hubbard. I really like the Davion Nixon and Keith Taylor picks as well. Deontay Brown was even good. I'm going to give the Panthers my first A+ of the video. The Bears now. I love the Bears draft. They got Justin Fields, which is your franchise QB, at 11. Traded up for him, but I don't care. Justin Fields was a really good selection. Same deal with Tevin Jenkins. You had to move up to get him, but I don't care. They were great picks. I love the Daz Newsome pick as well. Khyiris Tonga isn't that bad. You still get 2 O-linemen, I believe. Yeah, Larry Borum as well as Tevin Jenkins. I love the Bears draft. It's going to be another A+. The Bengals now. I like Jamar Chase is kind of just overall decent because you should have gone O-line round 1. But, Jamar Chase is a really good player. Reuniting him with Joe Burrow, isn't the worst thing in the world. Clemson offensive tackle Jackson Carman, who they're going to play offensive guard, really wasn't the best pick. It was kind of a reach, in my opinion. Texas defensive end Joseph Ossai, I love that one. Same deal with Cameron Sample. Tyler Shelvin's a great nose. I like what NFL Network says. I'm probably going to give them about a B+. My favorite team, the Cleveland Browns now. In my opinion, they crushed the draft. This is another A+ for me. Greg Newsome, pretty good pick at 26, as they needed to address corner, and they did with one of the better corners in drafting, Greg Newsome, who should be really, really good for them. And then Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is available at 52, so they traded up for him. I love the pick. Anthony Schwartz and Tony Fields were kind of like whatever picks for me. But I love the Browns draft overall. Like James Hudson, Tommy Togiai, Richard LeCount, Demetric Felton round out it all. I loved it. I'm giving my Browns an A+. The Dallas Cowboys. I thought did pretty decent at the draft. Micah Parsons. I mean, like, the corners were off the board, which they probably would have gone with. I don't like the Nahshon Wright pick in round 3, but, it's what it is. Kelvin Joseph was probably their best pick of the draft. He's really good. Should be really good for the Cowboys. I'm probably going to give them, like, A-, B+. Jabril Cox was a great pick in round 4. Like, overall. I'm probably going to give him A-. The Broncos. Now, Broncos were a pretty interesting team. They took Patrick Surtain round 1, which they didn't really need because they have, like, Michael Ojemudia. They signed Ronald Darby to a 3-year deal. Kyle Fuller signed only on a 1-year deal. Bryce Callahan's one of the better nickel corners in the league. So now you have, like, 5 starting caliber corners, which, like, didn't really make sense. And you just extended Justin Simmons and Kareem Jackson. I don't know. Like, Justin Fields was on the board. You probably should have taken him. Javonte Williams was a pick that I didn't really expect in round 2 to trade for the Broncos to trade up for him. But I don't hate it. Quinn Myers was a great pick in round 3. Same deal with Baron Browning. I love the Jamar Johnson pick. Just maybe not to the Broncos. I don't know. The 5th round is just sort of whatever. So I'm probably going to... I kind of agree with NFL here. I'm going to give them B+. The Detroit Lions did pretty good in the draft. They're in rebuilding stage, so they just took really the best players available. Penei Sewell, great pick at number 7 overall. Just surprising. Levi Onwuzurike and Aleem McNeil. Ifeatu Melifonwu, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like, all these guys are impact players. I'm going to give the Detroit Lions an A. Packers, now, did pretty good. They got Eric Stokes in the 1st round to address corner because Kevin King cannot start again next season. Josh Myers is pretty good in the 2nd to replace Corey Linsley. Elton Jenkins can play guard, and he'll be really good. Amari Rodgers, get yourself another receiver. Aaron Rodgers wants out. I don't know, man, about that. I'm probably going to give the Packers here about an A-. The Texans, like, I don't know, man. Like, I understand where you're coming from with Davis Mills. Like, if Deshaun Watson's off your team, you need a quarterback. Davis Mills is, I mean, he's just going to be pretty good. Like, but, Davis Mills is going to be okay for you, I'd say. But, like, you really take him, and you trade up so much to get Nico Collins. Brevin Jordan's their best pick. I don't know with the Texans, man. I'm probably going to give him about a C. Like, it wasn't that good of a draft. The Colts. I love the Kwity Paye pick in round 1 to bolster your D-line to get more pass rush. But not to go offensive tackle or even O-line till pick 248 just was confusing to me. Deo Odabingo was decent. Sam Ehlinger, like, why take another QB when you have Jacob Eason? I'll give the Colts a B- here. Jaguars now. Trevor Lawrence, you already basically won the draft. Travis Etienne pick was like, I don't know, man. You just have James Robinson, but they're different types of running backs. Tyson Campbell was like, I don't know. They just didn't really need corner. Walker Little was just interesting. But overall, I'd say J.T. Bailey, Jordan Smith, and Andre Cisco were decent picks. I'm probably going to give him an A- just because Trevor Lawrence. I didn't really like these 3 picks right here. Travis Etienne, Tyson Campbell, Walker Little, all that much. But, I mean, it was okay. The Chiefs did pretty good for their picks. Trey Smith was easily their best pick. Medical red flags, but is a great player when he's on the field. Nick Bolton, Creed Humphrey were sort of pretty good picks as well. So I'm going to give the Chiefs an A. The Raiders, they really did bad, like taking Alex Leatherwood at 17. Major reach. You could have traded down. Trayvon Merrick, though, in round 2 was a great pick. You address your need at safety with the best safety in the draft. I like the Divine Diablo pick as well. Tyree Gillespie pick I like. Malcolm Koonce was another big reach. Like, Nate Hobbs and Jamie Morrissey were, like, kind of whatever. So I'm probably going to give the Raiders a C+. The Chargers killed it. They got Rashawn Slater at 13 overall. Didn't have to trade up. Didn't have to do anything. And you still get, like, the best day 1 tackle in the draft. Really good pick up there. Florida State corner Asante Samuel Jr. was another really good pick in my opinion. Like, the rest of the picks were sort of whatever. Josh Palmer was, like, kind of early in my opinion. But overall, I really like the Chargers draft. I'm going to give them an A-. The Rams, I really didn't like their draft all that much. Drafting Tutu Atwell at 57 overall when he weighs like 157 pounds. No. He weighs like 149 pounds, actually. But, we might have to make 2 videos on this, because this is, like, I'm not going that fast. I'm, like, talking too much. So we'll do 2 videos, maybe. Tutu Atwell was just, like, 149 pounds for the Rams team that just signed Deshaun Jackson. When they're, like, kind of the same player. I don't know, man. I just didn't like that. Bobby Brown and, like, all these guys, all the rest of them were just, they drafted 2 Ernest guys. Ernest, like, I've never, like, heard that name, and then they drafted 3 receivers. Robert Rochelle was a pretty decent pick, I'd say. Probably their best one. I don't know, man. I didn't really like the Rams draft. I'll give it probably like a C-. The Dolphins, they get Jalen Waddle, Jalen Phillips, Javon Holland, Liam Eichenberg. Those were all incredible picks in my opinion. I didn't really like the Hunter Long pick when he had Mike Gesicki, but to get 2 more weapons, I see where you're coming from there. Like, and then they didn't pick for a while after that. So, I really like the Dolphins' top 4 picks. You know what? I'll give them an A+. The Vikings. Their day 1 was an easy A+. At 14, the Vikings probably would have taken Christian Darrisaw. And they were like, they waited, and they were like, we'll just trade down. And then they traded down and still got him. Great moving there by Rick Spielman. Kellen Mond pick to compete with Kirk Cousins. I like that pick as well. Chaz Surratt was pretty decent. Wyatt Davis is a really good guard. One of the better interior offensive linemen in the draft. Patrick Jones and Jalen Twyman are 2 pretty good Pitt defensive linemen. I'm going to give the Vikings another A+ here. The Patriots, I like their draft a lot. Mainly, I like their day 2 choices. I like them a lot. But my favorite pick for the Patriots was Cameron McGrone. I don't like Michigan, but Cameron McGrone was probably their best pick. Great linebacker in 2019. Played injured in 2020. Just wasn't the same player. But Mac Jones at 15 was just sort of whatever. I'm probably going to give the Patriots about a B+ here. Like, Mac Jones, like, I know you need a quarterback, but just, you can't, like, someone else was going to take him, but he's just overall not the best player, so I like the Patriots draft. I'm going to actually boost it up to an A-. The Saints, their draft was weird. Ian Book was easily not a good choice, like, literally at all. He was terrible. Like, you're taking another QB, like, when you have Jameis and Taysom Hill to compete for the starting job. Ian Book is more like a 7th round talent. Like, he's just not good. But Peyton Turner, Pete Warner, and Paulson Adebo were pretty decent picks. So, like, Paulson Adebo is easily their best one. So, Saints probably going to give them about a B-, like NFL says. Now, this is going to be the last team that I do. It's going to be the New York Giants for this video, but I'm going to rank the other teams in the next video. Kadarius Toney, pick 20, was not a reach if you think it was. Zito, Ojulari, and Aaron Robinson were great finds. Like, even the rest of them were pretty good. I agree with this app. I'm going to give them an A. Don't forget to click that subscribe button to subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.